All right. So let's talk about box and whisker plots. Have you heard of these before? Okay. We're going to start with a data set that unfortunately we're not going to make up. We're just going to use a data set that already exists. This is in the top power producing countries in the world, how many nuclear power plants they have.
Is that 16 and 6 separated?
Yeah, 16 and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so 7, 20, 16, 6, 58, 9, 20, 50, 23, 33, 8, 10, 15, 16, and 104. Okay, so a box and whisker plot is a way to look at data by quartiles. Anybody know what a quartile is, or want to take a guess? Quartiles. Quartiles does mean 4, and it means that we're splitting our data up into 4 sections. So the lowest to the highest, and then splitting in half, and then splitting that in half again. So the first thing we have to do is get them in order from least to greatest. So let's start there. Let's see, we got 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 16. If you see me making a mistake, say something. 20, 20. 23, 33, 50, 58, and 104. If you do it right, you should still have 15 numbers left when you're done. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split the data in half. So just like a median, we're going to count from the edges. 1, 2, 3, use your fingers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here is our median. This is also known as the second quartile, or Q2. Ugh, this cup works too well. It's really like keeping it insulated and so hot that I can't really taste it very well. Okay, now we look at the top half of the data and the bottom half of the data and we find the median again. If there's one data point that's been taken out, then we don't count it. So now we're looking at these 8 numbers. Or wait, not 8, 7. So it looks like we have this one is the median of the bottom set. Do you guys agree? That's called Q1. That's the first quartile. What's the median of the top half? 33. And that is Q3. So first quartile, so that's after the first quarter. This is after the second quarter. This is after the third quarter. This one up here, you would think is called Q4, but it's actually called the max. And this one down here is called the min. So the next thing you do is you make a number line. Your number line doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to have all these numbers on it. So, and it does need to be spaced out fairly correctly. So we're going to start with 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 110. I put a label under here, number of power plants or nuclear power plants. Okay, then I am going to draw dotted lines through all of my points here. So not all the points, just the points that matter. So I'm going to put down here, I'm going to write this is the number 6, and this is my Q1, or sorry, my minimum. Carlos, you want some gum? Yes or no? Carlos, you want some gum? Okay. 9, this one is a Q1 right here. 16 is right here. This is Q2, we're in the median. 33. Just Q3. And 104, which is the max. You don't really have to, I mean, a lot of people label it like this if you don't have to label the min Q1, median Q3, max. I'm just doing that to help you understand it. And then you draw a box between the Q1 and the Q3 with a line at the median. And then you draw whiskers out to the minimum and out to the maximum. That's why it's called a box and whisker plot. So this is the lowest percent, this is the lowest 25% of data. So there's 25% of data in here, there's 25% of data in here, 25% in here, and 25% in this big long whisker. Quartiles. And that box is the middle 50%. Maybe I'll write that here. Box is the middle 50%. Okay. So we're going to try another one. And you're going to try it with your partner. We're going to try, this is example 1, we're going to try example 2. On this one, I'm just going to make up some data. Okay, let's try, okay, how many box elder bugs are in each room of the school? Okay, in my room right now, I'm gonna guess that there's 1 sneaking around. In Clegg's room, let's say that there's 3. In Barrett, there can be 5. The art room has to have at least 15, and then for sure. Same thing with the science rooms. Actually, I would say Hernandez, probably just like 2. But definitely the biology room, that's got to have quite a few, right? So let's say like 11 in there. I'm going to say that Mr. Wilmus's room surprisingly has 0 right now. And let's go with Sheck's room. Sheck's got windows, right? So let's assume that there's at least 5 in there. Gruett's room probably has at least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do one more. Mr. Olson's room.